Oke, jadi saat ini kita sedang di butik temporary Bulgari Indonesia di Galleria Grand Hyatt di Jakarta. Untuk obrolan tentang Power Brothers. With my brother, of course. Do you ever feel like we're Power Brothers?
I don't think so ya. Kita nggak pernah memikirkan kita berdua sebagai Power Brothers. Tapi mungkin, I don't know, mungkin orang lain atau media atau yang lain bicarain tentang hal itu.
Ya, karena
What do you think sih?
actually the reason why, what I never think that what we have is that special. But, kan kita suka nge-tag each other on social media. Terus one of my friends actually said this, what you have is pretty special with your brother. And I was like, why? Terus dia bilang, iya karena tuh jarang banget ya orang yang actually siblings who choose to work together by choice and they actually see each other on a daily basis and manage not to kill each other. And kalau dipikir-pikir lagi tuh sebenarnya kita mulai kerja bareng tuh tahun
2017.
So our initial project was the first clinic that we opened in 2017. Waktu itu tuh sebenarnya buka kayak pop-up store aja, pop-up skincare store, one thing led to another. Tiba-tiba kayak yuk lucu bikin klinik di situ juga. And at the time we were doing it together.
Iya, kita berdua.
Gitu. Since 2017 nih sampai sekarang nih, lu kan udah kerja sama gua. Like you know me as your brother your whole life. And for the past 6, 7 years, you know me as a business partner. Apa sih bedanya? Me as a brother versus me as a business partner.
Basically sih sama aja ya. Gue gak ada kayak compartmentalize itu kayak gimana koko gue, yang ini business partner gue. Jadi kita kerja, gue tiap hari bangun kerja itu kayak having fun, udah menjadi activities. Mungkin transisinya nggak terlalu jomplang ya. Mungkin kalau orang kayak bangun pagi, mereka go to work gitu. Kalau gue merasa tiap hari udah kayak ya otomatis aja gitu.
Mungkin bagi yang nggak tahu juga ya sedikit sekilas tentang kerjaan kita berdua. Even if we're both practicing doctors, what Ricky is doing and what I'm doing are a bit different gitu.
Ya, like let's say lu lebih suka untuk ngerjain scientific part, ngajarin staff, dokter, bikin konsepnya dan lain-lain. Dan gue lebih suka di HR, di operasional dan juga marketing, NPR. Dan itu kan bukan yang lu suka kan?
Yeah.
Jadi ya apa yang gue suka, lu nggak suka, apa yang lu suka, gue nggak suka. Jadi kita
pas lah ya, pas ya. We balance each other out. Nah,
kita sering berantem nggak ya?
I don't think so.
Nggak ya? Kayaknya nggak pernah ya?
I think we've had big fights ya, paling kayak kehitung jari ya.
Kehitung jari, itu pun kalau lagi capek aja ya. Tapi nggak pernah related to work ya? Nggak pernah loh, nggak pernah. Kita nggak pernah berantem.
And people always ask, what's the secret? Why?
Di bawah santai aja. Santai aja. Dan kita berdua juga tahu sama-sama kapan harus disiplin.
Dan menurut gue yang penting juga sih sebenarnya jangan salah-salahan. Jangan salah-salahan. Jadi misalnya kayak gini, ini udah porsi kerjaan lu. Gue udah mempercayakan, ya udah Ki, lu yang kerjain gitu kan, you do it. Or porsi kerjaan gue. Sometimes I don't do resultnya mungkin nggak sesuai dengan harapan lu, atau begitu juga sebaliknya. Dan kalau udah itu terjadi, like ini kan kerjaan lu, udah your department. Kalau memang harapannya nggak sesuai harapan gue, I think we just need to learn from that, build upon that. And bukan salah-salahan gitu. Kok lu nggak begini sih? Kok lu nggak begitu sih? I think itu source of berantem yang paling sering gitu ya. With brothers, with couples or whatever, I think salah-salahan itu sih yang menurut gue ya, yang buat jadi kayak negative toxic energy yang buat lu nggak move on.
Oke, 3 kata untuk describe gue.
Oke, 3 kata yang mungkin orang-orang nggak tahu ya. Gitu. Jadi mungkin lu tuh very playful, but I think everyone knows that. And aside from that, I think lu tuh sangat overthinker. Itu salah satu your traits that I don't think a lot of people know about, but it's actually that's you. And one thing that I would describe you itu you are introvert. People always look at you as someone who's fun and joyous and pintar bergaul dan sebagainya. But I think deep down you are more of an introvert. Benar gak?
Benar nih.
Okay, what about you? What do you think? 3 words to describe me.
Lu introvert, tapi orang-orang pikir lu extrovert.
Yeah.
Mungkin karena kerjaan juga kali ya. Jadi kita kelihatannya seperti extrovert, tapi padahal sebenarnya deep down kita tuh sama-sama introvert. Terus lu orangnya very discipline. Kalau lu mau sesuatu lu kejar dan organize-nya banget. Kalau gue orangnya tuh berantakan banget kan. I'm all over the place. Kalau lu tuh bisa nyusun satu hal, lu bisa rapi-rapihin barang lah istilahnya. Rapi-rapihin jadwal, rapi-rapihin barang, bikin hidup lebih terstruktur. Kalau gue lebih ke artsy-fartsy dan
all over the place.
all over the place.
That's one word to describe you, all over the place.
All over the place. Yeah.
And that's how you are physically, all over the place, right? You're practicing here, nanti lu kantor di sini, lu kerja di sana. Yeah, but you juggle it very well, I think.
Yeah.
So let's talk a bit about personal style.
Okay.
What do you think your personal style is like?
My personal style, kalau gue itu lebih suka something yang colorful, something yang shiny. I like bracelets like this, suka rings, pernak-pernik gitulah aku suka banget. Mungkin beda ya kalau lu mungkin lebih ke jam tangan kan ya?
Yeah, I love watches. So I think style guide kalau gua gitu ya, I always think like when you pick a style, gue pernah baca sih di buku style sebenarnya like a long time ago, like you have to pick 2 words that describe you gitu. Terus kayak gue pikir apa ya 2 words that describe me when I'm wearing clothes. Terus I come up with these 2 words. It's called gentleman chic. Gitu.
Iya, lo lebih ke gentleman chic.
So,
preppy gitu ya.
Iya, jadi dari dulu gue always go by this kayak gentleman chic because gentleman is like, you know, the classic English gentleman, like very neat, very dapper. Tapi I added the word chic karena kan biasanya kan, you know, being a gentleman kan you have to be very rigid ya. Lu pakai sepatu ini, celana ini, jas ini harus semua match. Dan I think it's too restrictive for me, so I feel like nggak harus sih. You can make up your own rules gitu. You don't have to wear this kind of trousers with that kind of loafers. You can mix and match. Dan warna ini nggak harus selalu nyambung sama warna itu. You can always mix and match, and you can never wear too many jewelries or watches as long as it looks good. So I always feel like it's gentleman chic is like the go-to style.
Nah, kalau lu sendiri gimana cara lu pilih jam tangan? Apa yang lu pakai? Apa yang cocok buat lu? Gimana?
Well, kalau jam gue suka yang very sleek and very classic, nggak terlalu ribet, and something that is not too thick. Jadi kayak orang lihat tangan lu tuh nggak jam tangannya yang dilihat duluan, but it just looks together, you know, puts together, completes the outfit, completes your look. Jadi accessories, watches should never overshadow the person. It should complement. Nah, kebetulan kan kita lagi di toko Bulgari, so let's check out their style.
Ini kan jam-jam banyak ya. Kalau lu sendiri gimana sih cara pilih jam? Apa sih yang lu suka?
Okay, jadi jam to me is the most important accessory. Jam is like the one piece that will complete a look. Dan I think Bulgari, you know, kan banyak orang pikir Bulgari is like a jewelry house, ya kan? A jewelry house, now they have accessories. One thing people do not know about them is that Bulgari actually has in-house watches. They are a big watchmaker. That means mereka bukan kayak cuman beli tuh mesinnya terus di-repack as Bulgari and then sell it to you as Bulgari watch. They actually make it in-house. At some point, they even had Gerald Genta, you know, like watch lovers know. At one point, he was like the watch director in the Bulgari watch house. Gitu. Jadi this is one of the brands that is a legit watch brand, yang also happens to be a big jewelry brand. So I think you get a twofer gitu loh when you get a Bulgari watch.
Oke. Terus ini beda-bedanya apa aja?
Yeah, legit. Like the one I'm using right now, ini namanya tuh Bulgari Octoroma. Octo is in like octagonal shapes. You know, like these two have octagonal shapes, right? This one in particular nih yang gue pakai, ini namanya Octoroma. Ini juga Octoroma. Dan Octoroma itu is actually very versatile watch karena you can, you know, dismantle very easily. Kayak kan sekarang gue pakai yang rubber nih. You know, the simple watch, date, and hour. Nah, di sini ada yang chronometer. Nah, lu bisa ganti-ganti tuh, gampang banget digantinya. You know, from this look to this stainless steel look, or if you want like a croco look, or you want to change the color. Jadi you get a very very nice fresh look with one watch. Gitu. Nah, the next one
ini menarik banget ya.
Ini menarik banget. Ini menarik banget because it's actually the star in their collection.
Tipis banget loh ini.
Tipis banget. Segi 8 juga, so they also call this Octo Finissimo, you know, like the one you're wearing. This one in particular yang lu pegang nih, I think it's a very very hit model karena it looks like very sleek. Sekarang kan lagi zaman tuh very minimalist looking. very underdressed, but it's so chic. This would be it to complete that look. And actually, a very, very fun fact about this watch is that, you know, in Geneva, every year they have this Grand Prix of Horology. Jadi itu udah kayak Oscar-nya lah buat watchmaking. And this watch, this baby here, they win the thinnest automatic watch award for 8 years in a row. So I'm a big fan of that sleek, minimalist look. So this watch is, you know, I think in the world of watch lovers, I'm a watch lover. Bulgari watches are underrated. They're underappreciated. You know, we should give them more credit for sure. And this last one, kalau lu inget ya, ini kan modelnya dari dulu ada, inget gak sih?
Iya.
Ini namanya the BB, Bulgari model. This is a special limited edition. Look at the color, you know, reflecting. This is, I think, the Capri edition. Jadi, you know, look at the blue, the Capri blue. Ini kan lu bayangin ya kalau lu pakai, you know, Bermuda shorts, t-shirt, and actually your watch is BB from Bulgari. How chic is that?
Selain dari jam tangan, lu biasanya pakai apa lagi?
Oke, jadi biasanya kan kalau jam tangan itu kan kita pakai tiap hari nih, ya kan? Soalnya memang penting gitu loh to tell time when we work. Tapi when I'm on vacation, time is less essential. So I switch out the watches and out comes the jewelry, you know, like bracelet and rings. And since we're here in Bulgaria, let's check out their jewelries. Kalau perhiasan ya, jewelry itu kan not usually associated with men. So what convinced you that, you know, jewelry is for men?
I think ya, jewelry itu universal ya, semua orang bisa pakai dan it can make your look complete dengan aksesoris yang pas gitu.
Kayak kan suka banget jewelry kan?
Gue suka banget jewelry. Iya. Nggak perlu yang heboh-heboh, kayak simple rings like this one. Gelang-gelang kayak gini itu udah oke banget sih, gue suka banget.
Ya, buat lu ya, someone who loves jewelry, it's probably easy to pick. Tapi mungkin what are your advice, your tips untuk cowok-cowok yang baru mau mulai pakai jewelry? Like how to choose the right piece for them?
Oke, mungkin pertama sukanya apa dulu ya? Yang warnanya white gold, apa yellow gold, atau rose gold. Dan juga di matchingin sama skin tone-nya juga ya. Kalau misalnya cool tone, orang biasanya pakai yang silver, yang white gold. Kalau misalnya yellow tone, mungkin lebih cocok ke yang emas-emas atau rose gold gitu ya. Biasanya sih dicocokin begitu. Sama personality-nya ya, kayak personality-nya lebih suka kalung kah, atau gelang kah, atau ring kah. So bebas-bebas aja sih, explore aja.
Yang penting you're comfortable when you wear them. And with Bulgari, I think banyak banget pilihannya for men. You know, when you come into the store, they actually have jewelries curated for men. Contohnya nih kayak seperti model ini nih, Serpenti. Kan biasanya kalau perempuan yang, you know, the socialites, yang suka jewelry, they know, you know, the shape and the design. Lu udah tahu deh, ini Bulgari Serpenti. But little did you know, ternyata buat cowok pun cocok. Gitu, like look at it.
Keren banget.
Pakai jas, pakai kemeja, or I think even waktu lagi dress down, pakai t-shirt and shorts, pakai ini langsung mahal nggak sih look?
Iya.
Ya kan, it even comes with a ring, you know, like matching ring and Serpenti bangle, ya kan?
Iya. Oke, kita hari ini udah diskusi banyak banget tentang jewelries, tentang timepieces juga ya, tentang history of Bulgari, dan kita juga saling mengenal satu sama lain lebih dekat lagi. And I hope this will provide you guys with a lot of information about Bulgari, about jewelry, about style. And I hope juga untuk sesi kali ini kita bisa menjadi inspirasi dan juga aspirasi untuk kalian semua.
Saya Kevin Maharis
dan Ricky Maharis,
and you're watching Daman TV.